Welcome to Pinehurst Lake Conservation Area. It's a little bit of a dreary, cooler type weekend, but you know, we'll make the best of it.
We always do. And this park is nice and close to home to us. It's only about half an hour away. It's just outside of Cambridge, Ontario. It's perfect for a shakedown trip because we have the new truck. We're hooking it up to the trailer. And we actually found that we do have a trailer wiring fault.
Always something.
Right. And that's why it's good we did it on a shakedown trip. We're not way up north somewhere. We're close to home and we can get that issue dealt with. So we'll try to get that dealt with as quickly as possible. So in the meantime, we're going to be showing you around the park.
And we'll check a few things outside of the park and see how it goes. Stay tuned.
Join us.
Pinehurst Lake Conservation Area is part of the Grand River Conservation Authority. This 23-acre park is approximately an hour and a half west of Toronto near the town of Paris. Good morning. It is May 2nd, 2025, and this is our first camping trip of the season. We are off to Pinehurst Lake Conservation Area. We've never been before, so it's another one to check off our list.
Park just opened yesterday, so this is day 2 for the park, and we are going to check it out. We'll see you there.
See you shortly. Okay, so we are site 304, so that's in area 3, and the fill station is, where'd you say it was? We pass it on the way there. I think that was
Don't look the camera, Jax.
I think the green thing
Yeah,
there.
that's the fill station.
So we have to pass that to get to here.
And where are we right now?
We are...
We don't know.
And let's flip it over. Let's see.
We entered here. We're at the gatehouse here.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we'll make our way
It's
down
quite
there.
a ways. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go. This is the main dump station. It's between campground area 1 and 2. It has one dump spot. It is not threaded. It does not have a fill spot, but that's because all the electrical sites have water hookups here. If it's a non-electric site, there's no water hookup, but there are taps throughout the campground. This dump station is in a convenient location as it has the garbage dumpsters right over here, and there's a comfort station right handy. So Cheryl can run in there while I'm doing the dumping. So we got to the campground a little early. It's around 1 o'clock. Check-in is at 2 o'clock, but they do allow you in earlier. And surprisingly, I guess there's a person here last night, so there's a person in our site.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're packing up and getting ready to go. So we're just going to tour around a little bit, Jax. We're going to tour around a little bit to see what the park has. What I like about conservation areas is a lot of the times they have water hookups right at the site. I only know of 2 Ontario provincial parks that actually have that. I believe that's Selkirk and Craigleith. So this is a nice change, and we're going to take advantage of that. We don't have to have the pump on, so that's great. I put a water pressure regulator on here, and I'm going to be putting on a water filter. Sometimes I put it on at this end, sometimes at the other end of the hose. This time, because of this concrete cylinder here, I can't put it on here, so I'm going to put it on the other end of the hose right before it goes into the trailer. So, and we have a hose that is meant for drinking water. It's drinking water safe hose. So we're going to hook it up. So this is us, campsite number 304 in Campground 3 at Pinehurst Lake Conservation Area. It's a pretty big site. I do enjoy that it's mostly woods behind us. It's fairly private. The only people that see us are people walking by on the road. It's got a fairly long driveway. It is a little uneven from side to side, but that's not a big deal. Our Camco levelers fix that. Yeah, it's actually quite nice here. I'm pleasantly surprised. It is a dirt and pine needle base, so it's nice and soft for walking on. It rained last night. We didn't have any pooling. All the pooling was in behind the trailer, so that was ideal.
This park has 4 campgrounds for a total of 169 campsites with water and electric. 100 of these campsites are seasonal sites. There are 58 unserviced sites and 3 group sites. There's a day use area with a beach, picnic shelters, beach volleyball, playfield, concession stand, and a comfort station with flush toilets and showers. There's one other comfort station with flush toilets and showers between camping areas 1 and 2. There are 2 dump fill stations. There are 4 multi-use trails. Beach Trail is 1 kilometer linear trail. Morton Trail is a 2.2 kilometer loop trail with 1.9 kilometer inner loop trail. Captain Kidd Trail is a 3 kilometer loop trail, and Pine Grove is a 1.9 kilometer loop trail.
Let's check out the park. Woo! There are 3 group campsites. They are for youth groups only. They come equipped with fire pit, picnic tables. Picnic tables are stacked at the moment, but they will be dispersed throughout the group sites. They have water taps and vault toilets. There are 3 comfort stations in the park, the main one being between campground 1 and 2. It has flush toilets and showers. The second one is in the day use area at the beach. It has flush toilets, change rooms, and 1 shower each in the male and female washrooms. And there's a comfort station in seasonal campground 4 with flush toilets and 1 shower each in the men's and women's washrooms. There are no laundry facilities.
The showers way back used to be pay showers here. You'd put your quarters in here to run the shower, but they've switched those all out and they are free like most other campgrounds now. This is the second dump station. It's in campground number 4, which is the seasonal sites. This isn't your traditional dump station. You can't drive up to it and unload your trailer here. It's for all the seasonal sites. So most people, they're not moving their trailer. They have one of those totes, a honey wagon. So they're dumping into their honey wagon and they're driving it over here or they're walking it over here, and then they go to the comfort station, and around the back of the comfort station they just pull their little tote back here and they empty it right here.
We're in the day use area, and behind me is the concession stand. There's a comfort station with washrooms and change rooms. There is a volleyball court. The concession stand isn't open presently, but it will be open in the summertime. The boat launch is in the day use area for kayaks and canoes. There are no motorboats permitted in the lake. There's fishing in Pinehurst Lake for largemouth bass and black crappie.
During the main summer season, there's canoe, kayak, and pedal boat rentals. A little too early in the season for that right now. Cheryl and I were going to go out in our kayaks today, but it got a little too cold, a little too windy, so I think we're going to pass.
It's Cheryl's Lou Review, Lou Review. Let's all talk about Lou's. Don't ask Ben, don't ask Jax, ask Cheryl. Cheryl's Lou Review.
So there are a handful of vault toilets throughout the park. It is a small park. That's why there's so few. These are the most basic of basic vault toilets. They're just pit toilets, which is a hole in the ground. There are no hooks. There's no soap, water, mirror, garbage can, lights. There is hand sanitizer. They're kept fairly clean, but the smell is really, really strong, and it's the very opening of the season, so I don't know why it's so strong. I can just imagine as time progresses and it gets warmer, it'll probably get worse. And with that being said, I'm going to give them a skunk. A lot of nice soft pine needles on the ground. It's very soft. It would be a good bed for that survivor moment. Oh, very good.
I think I found a geocache. I can't tell you exactly where it is, but you might be able to figure it out. You're pretty good at making fire.
Just off the park property, they have Pinehurst Service and Grocery. They have gas, wood, ice cream, some grocery items, and a few basic camping supplies.
Right across from the park is Mos Farms, and we're here a little early in the season. The store is open. It has a lot of great stuff. The beef here comes right from this farm. A lot of good cheeses and stuff. Cheryl bought a few things.
Bakery from the Mennonites.
That's right, bakery from the Mennonites. So this is very nice. Like I said, it's a little early in the season. Next weekend, it starts off with its Saturday's community vendor markets. That happens once a month, and they have it posted what Saturday of each month it's going to happen. And that is local artisans, live music, stuff for the kids. So that's pretty cool. And next weekend, which is May 10th, the smokehouse is going to open. So they have brisket and all sorts of good stuff in that smokehouse. So I wish we were here one weekend later because we could have experienced all that. Daisy, look. Sit. Sit. Good girl. Yeah. That's a good girl.
So I did manage to pick up a few things. I got 3 different flavors of Arva bread that you make. You just add a few other ingredients and you can bake those, which we love bread, and got some cheese curds. That's all I have enough room for in my fridge. Otherwise, I would have got some meat to put in the freezer too, but next time. As well, at this farm is pick your own strawberries, so we're looking forward to that sometime too.
Eight minutes northwest of the park is Willows Farm. It is a distillery, brewery, and a restaurant. So we came here for lunch today because it's kind of a gray day, and the patio is open.
We didn't think it would be, but it turns out it was so busy inside that I guess they let everybody outside. It is a busy place. We suggest reservations.
It is dog friendly on the patio. We didn't bring Jax. Jax is back at the campsite with Allie. Allie didn't want to come for lunch with us. But we had a great lunch. Had the nice thin crust pizza that they made here. We could actually see the guy rolling the dough and everything, so that was pretty cool. Very nice place. Yeah, highly recommend that you probably get a reservation because it's very busy.
This is a Saturday afternoon for lunch. So.
Yeah. So I had a Hell's Lager beer that they make here, and you had?
I had a lemon spritzer, and I bought a 6-pack again.
Yeah, and they make that here too.
Yes, I got a little variety pack to try.
And they also make some spirits like whiskey, gin, stuff like that. So they've got everything here.
It's a nice place.
We love when you guys comment on our videos. You do it on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and emails. We love all that, and we read every one of them. And over the years, you've made a lot of suggestions, and we've incorporated a lot of them into our videos. So one suggestion that comes up time and time again is how dog-friendly a park is. And over the last 2 years, since we've got Jax, we've added a lot more of that content into our videos. But we're going to try to formalize it a little bit more now. And Jax is going to do his own review. And it's going to be Jax's Pause and Play review. So he's going to tell us what he thinks about the parks. So our friend Punky Doodle Steve, he made up a little jingle for us. He's the one that wrote the Cheryl's Lou review jingle. And we're going to see how this turns out. We hope to do it in our park reviews from here on forward. So let's roll it.
Tails are wagging, let's go play. Jax the dog will guide the way. For parks and trails, he's sniffed it through. It's Jax Pause and Play review.
So Jax, since this is our first time here, let's go over a few things doggy related to this park. There's no dog exercise area. There's no dog beach. Dogs have to be required to be on leash at all times. And all the trails are dog friendly, which is good. There was a tiny area beside the beach that Jax could go in to cool down, but it wasn't very big and he had to be on leash. Jax, what do you rate this in paws review? How many paws? 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 paws? I think 3 paws it is. That's Jack's review.
In terms of cell phone service, we used to be with Kudo. We're now with Public Mobile as of last fall. It's still a TELUS company, so there's TELUS, Kudo, Public Mobile, all the same thing. Then there's also Bell, Virgin Mobile, and Lucky Mobile. They're all the same thing. And TELUS and Bell all use the Bell towers in Ontario, so they basically get the same service. So we can talk about those services. This park is really hit and miss for what you're going to get. At our site, most of the time we get no service at all. When we tried to back into the site, Cheryl wasn't able to call me. Her phone had some service. My phone didn't have any service. Mostly while in the trailer and at the campsite, we don't have service. Sometimes we'd get a tiny little bit, but it's really not useful. Went around to all the campgrounds. Found campground number 1. I didn't get any service. Number 2 is a hilly campground. So it's hit and miss. If you're in a higher spot, you can get some service. I saw some LTE plus, 1 or 2 bars. The best place for cell service here is the beach area. When I was at the beach area, I got 5G. So you're probably not going to be working from your campsite here, but if you do want a good cell service, head over to the beach, the day use area.
Welcome to Season 7. And it's that time again for Cole's Notes, and we are at Pinehurst
Lake
Conservation Area, and it's the opening weekend, the first weekend of May 2025.
So we came on the second day that the park was open.
Yeah, Friday.
So everything's real fresh here, and we can see they're opening things up as we're here. And for checking out the area, there's not a lot of stuff in full swing yet. It isn't the summer season yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit.
But most parks, I think, are in that same way, right?
Yeah, that's
Things
right.
don't open till like the May 2-4 weekend,
Yeah.
or even June.
Yeah. So we're only half an hour from this park.
Yeah, this is just our shakedown trip.
And we've never been to this park before.
Yeah, so we thought, we've got to start checking off a few conservation areas in the area.
Yeah. And it's not a bad little park.
No, it's a nice little park.
Yeah. It doesn't really compare to a provincial park because most provincial parks are a lot bigger than this. Mm-hmm. But it's not bad if you're just looking for a weekend. Mm-hmm. This park, it has a lot of trails. I'm surprised the number of trails.
5 or 6 trails.
And then there's trails off of trails that aren't even marked.
We were like getting like this.
Yeah.
As we do.
And it's not flat. It's really hilly.
Yeah.
And the campground is really hilly too.
Yeah. I think the trails are rated as easy. Mm-hmm. So there's not a lot of like tree roots and boulders, that sort of thing, but it is inclination.
And they're all multi-use. They're all multi-use, so
yes.
You can do bicycles. And I guess they'd be...
stroller friendly.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
An off-road stroller.
Yep.
Hi, Jax. Hi, Jax.
Okay.
So, yeah, we did a couple trails, and the water, we didn't go in the water. It was a little chilly, and it was kind of drizzly and cold.
Yeah, the whole weekend's been kind of damp and cold. We decided not to go kayaking. Really, the first day looked good, and that's where you see a lot of the footage from the first day.
We were doing everything else.
Yeah, and then by the time we got to the point of wanting to go kayaking, it just didn't look all that inviting.
No.
And really, the lake is very small. Mm-hmm. And to go kayaking, it would be great for kids just to practice kayaking, but you're not going anywhere. It's a very tiny lake, and you're going to be across it
but at least there's a lake to paddle around. At least there's a lake to paddle around in, right?
Mm-hmm. And the beach was nice.
It's a nice little
big
beach.
Sandy area.
Yeah. And they got the comfort stations, or the restrooms and change rooms, and food concession area.
Yeah, this would probably be a lot of fun in the summertime.
Yeah, we'll have to probably try it again another time, and then do the kayaking.
And then we went to, just outside of Ayr, we went to Willowbalds.
Yes, because we have had a few people mention, got to hit that place, so that's what we did.
Yeah, we like when people give us suggestions like
Yeah,
that.
it was really great. We're we're going to go to the Paris market, but we didn't get an opportunity to do so. So that's why we have to come back and hit some of those things we missed.
Life got in the way, and so we weren't able to do that. But we did go
to the store here, just outside the park.
Mos Farm.
And Mos Farm. And did you know they are harvest host?
Yeah, they're harvest hosts.
That's exciting. And
they said they get a lot there.
Well, the steers are in the field pasture and they get sunrise and sunset there. I think that'd be an awesome one to do. And the market's right there.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. We also tried to go to the Air Farmers Market at the community center.
Yeah.
And Cheryl tried a couple of the doors, and the sign was there. And the sign says it's open from May till October.
Yes.
And then we found that it wasn't open. And then when we looked it up, May 31st.
May 31st.
So I guess when it says it's open in May, it is correct, but it's open May 31st.
Last day.
So we weren't able to hit that
So
either.
another reason to come back again. Yes, to hit up those things that aren't open right now.
Yeah. So what do you think for a rating? Now, we are rating this like we'd rate the provincial parks. So generally, I think conservation areas are going to get a little lower because they're just not as big and exciting as provincial parks.
Yeah. Like I didn't mind the park. It's nice. We have a great site. We're I love all the pine trees.
This is a really good site.
And there's trees across from our site. We're pretty isolated. Well,
except there's surprisingly no cell service at our site.
Yeah, I'm surprised because we're so close to the city.
Like, we're in southern Ontario. We're in a big area, so I'm really surprised we don't have service
throws
here.
Me, yeah. But all in all, I don't know, 5 or 6.
Yeah, I think we give it a 6 because at least it does have trails.
It does have the lake for paddling.
Yeah, it does.
And we were biking through the park. It's got things to do outside the park, quite a bit of things to do.
Has some nice sights.
Yeah, has some nice sights.
Yeah.
So maybe a 6.
6 it is.
6 it is.
Bam. First one of the season. Okay.
And Jax agrees.
Jax agrees. He says a 6. So on that note, we are done here at Pinehurst Lake Conservation Area.
Yep.
And the next trip is going to be
at the Pinery.
Yep. We're going to go there, and it's going to be a between the parks kind of park review. It's not going to be a full park review because we've already done a couple of those.
Okay.
So we'll see you on that one.
We'll see you then.
Happy camping. Is it up high enough? Yeah. Okay.